Hey, family. Welcome back to another sacred moment, another season of soul work, stillness, and spirit. This one is tender, it's raw, and it's different. This is the season of clarity in the quiet. Let's dive in. Story time. So there's someone who came into my life recently. They were very kind, very present. They affirmed me in ways I hadn't heard in a very long time. But as comforting as it sounded, something in me flinched, gave me the jitters, the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Not because they were lying, but because I didn't want all the things that they were saying to come directly from them. You see, what they said, my soul desperately needed. The kindness, the affirmation, the attentiveness. But I wasn't craving it from a stranger. I wanted that love to come from someone I already held space for, someone I already prayed for, someone who already has access to my heart. And that's when the clarity hit me. I wasn't uncomfortable because it was fake. I was uncomfortable because it was foreign. Because I'd forgotten what it felt like to be seen in that way, to be spoken to with care, to be emotionally nourished instead of emotionally neglected. And then God spoke to me. He said, "You're not wrong from wanting it. You're just asking for it all in the wrong places." Psalm chapter 139, verse 1 through 2 says, "O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit and when I rise. It's you, God, who perceives my thoughts from afar." God knows what I've been carrying all along. He also knows what I've been craving, even the parts I don't say out loud. Then Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 3 says, "I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn with unfailing kindness." And now I realize I wasn't desperate for romance. I was desperate for recognition. For someone to meet me where I am today and say, "You are already enough." Not just talking about it, but being about it. Showing up consistently, one day at a time. You see, the real clarity didn't come from the compliments. It came from the contrast. Because sometimes God lets some people show up not to replace, but to reveal. Revealing the pieces of yourself that went unseen. Revealing how deeply you've been pouring without being filled. Revealing how long you've been accepting almost love. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." This is not about building walls. This is about building filters. Because not every hand that reaches for you is meant to hold you. And not every voice that affirms you is meant to lead you. And I realize I don't have to perform for love anymore. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 5 says, "There is a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing." This is that time, a time to pause, a time to step back, a time to listen to the ache without rushing to fix it. As painful as it may sound to some, This is my truth. I wanted all love, all consistency, all of the things that I so desired and it's passed my way to come from the person that I wanted it to come from. Lord knows I did. And truthfully, that's okay to admit because the pain of not being loved the way that you deserve, it doesn't make you weak. It just makes you human. But God reminded me and still reminds me, even if it doesn't come directly from the person you wanted it from, you still deserve the love that you desire. You always have. Psalm chapter 34, verse 5 says, "Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame." I will not be ashamed for wanting softness, for craving genuine connections, and for desiring the kind of love that holds me gently, consistently, and transparently. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 through 7 says, "Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not self-seeking. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres." So from this moment on forward, I am done calling inconsistency love. I'm done confusing attention with affection. And more importantly, I am super done mistaking potential for presence. God didn't just give me a voice, He gave me vision. And truth be told, I am not dimming that anymore. I don't share all of this to be petty, y'all. I'm sharing it because someone out there is dimming their light to stay connected to people who only see parts of them. This isn't gossip. This is growth. This is clarity, transparency. This is quiet courage. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 15 says, "In quietness and trust is your strength." That's the word for this season that I'm in. The strength didn't come from clapping back. It came from being quiet. This is your permission to stop reaching, to stop shrinking, to stop second guessing what your spirit has already confirmed. You are worthy. You are radiant, just the way you are, flaws and all. And you are no longer starving for what God already said was yours. Thank you for joining me in this sacred space. Until next time, stay soft, stay grounded, and stay lit in the quiet. This has been Season of Clarity in the Quiet. I'm your girl, Ishi B, signing off with peace.